little one.
Well, I don't have. This one says family computer system.
Yeah.
Nintendo actually came out with theirs, and it actually said Nintendo on it.
The one I bought was the actual NES miniatures system.
Oh wow!
I paid a grip for it, but after I played the games, I sent it back.
How much was it?
It was a couple $100.
Really? Because like I said, I bought a storage locker a couple of weeks ago, and it was one in there. It was little. It had a little remote or something, and I was like, "Is that real?" It looks something similar to that, but it was a game.
If it says Nintendo or whatever on it, then it's real. It's legit.
It came out of a storage locker full of other junk that I threw away, but it had some good stuff in there. That was in there, so.
Yeah, I got it looking for the Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Oh, there you go.
Going back in the day, I was the only one who would go and beat Mike Tyson in my whole neighborhood.
Wow. So you played all the games. So we are streaming live now. We got it up and popping. Rich Groves on the line, talking their real estate talk with the time. We got Rosanna in here, and I guess some other people. Anybody that's joining in, if you're watching on the Woke Real Estate Investing Group, I put the actual join link in the group only. I didn't put it on the other places. You can click that link if you want to come into the Zoom call. What up, Rick?
Sweet. What's going on, man? We got Keith Winkler coming on now, too. Rosanna's out there in California now. That's not a live picture of you and your family hanging out on the Zoom.
No, you don't want to see what I look like. My kids had softball games this weekend. So we're going to keep it on the still video or the still picture right now.
Gotcha. No, it's all good. It's great to get out there with the kids and play and stuff and watch them or whatever. That's awesome.
Well, I think we're not even allowed to. I think we're still, the coaches have found a way to collaborate with other coaches, and they're playing in a county, 2 counties south of the Bay Area. So we're like in Modesto.
Okay.
So that's,
there it is.
We actually have families who have land. So these are players' families who have land and decided to build a softball field on their land.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
is that picture in California?
No, that's in the Caymans.
Oh, I'm gonna say that's some nice blue water. That reminded me a little bit of Iraq.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's the Cayman. I don't think the only blue water like that in California is if you have a blue pool in your backyard. It's not going to be.
Oh wow!
Did anybody else need a password to get in?
I was good. I clicked the link and I came straight in.
Let me. I got. I think Laura's trying to get in. I must have sent her something with Nina link. I must have given her the short code. I think the short code requires a password or something.
Yeah. So there's somebody here watching on Periscope. Are you on YouTube? Yes, we're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. If you want to join in on the Zoom call and actually come up, let me know. Somebody said hi there. They said,
"Oh, she's on now. There she is. She's coming in." Hi there. We got people saying hi there.
Hi there. How you doing? There's Laura.
There's Keith. You guys are on mute. Just to let you know, I had the settings where everybody's auto mute when they come in. So if you want to unmute, please do. We got Kelly Tober coming in. What's new, folks? What's new?
Right. So this pandemic is unopening the world, I guess. So we're about to start opening up more real estate. Is that what you think going to happen?
Hey, it had to, man. It has to. I mean, it's not that. I mean, there's a lot of people doing fine, right? You guys doing good during this whole thing, but I think, and once everything opens, I don't know, man. It depends what your mindset is, right? I mean, if you're the kind of person who's going to go hide under the rock until there is no more virus, then I guess you're going to be stuck. But if you're somebody who wants to take action, it should be good, I would think.
Yeah, because I've been hearing, people say, oh, there's not enough deals, even on the retail side. I don't really deal in the retail side except for, tenant buyer type stuff. But as far as retail, I'm hearing that, the deal, there's not enough. They need more houses. I don't know if that's true or not. Have you heard something like that?
I've heard inventory is low, super low. Kelly Togler on. Sorry, Kelly. We make it auto mute when you get on. Sorry. So if you want to actively unmute, that'd be great. We'd love to hear from you. Say hi. Tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of thing. But
oh, that's Kelly in here from Canada. Not Kelly. Is that who that is?
Is that Kelly from Canada?
Hold on. Let me see something here.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah. Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great, absolutely. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, I've just been following Chris. I love your group, by the way. Yeah, you add a lot of value to people. So thanks for that.
Go, Chris. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Absolutely. I concur.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got to add value and build up others.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
so up in Canada, is it kind of, I guess are you from Canada originally, or are you just living there now?
Yep, born and raised here.
So is it much different, I guess, the real estate type stuff? Or I know as people do real estate there the same, or kind of the same. Is it kind of the same there?
I actually find it really different because we have different laws regarding like the public privacy and stuff like that. So like we don't have public information just free where you can just grab that from wherever. So for example, like PropStream doesn't work in Canada. Right? They just don't publicly release information like that.
So you know what that means, right? We finna go to Canada and start a PropStream CA. Let's go get that money, man.
Yeah, totally. That's a good idea, right? You got to rock an industry to come out on top for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they got the blueprint. Can you copy it in Canada?
Yeah, I like that.
See, that's just how my mind works. That's entrepreneurship thinking. You see a problem, everybody's like, oh, that's a problem. No, that's an opportunity to jump into the game and help people out.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so I think there's definitely not enough tools and not enough platforms here. So yeah, that would be a great opportunity for people to do that, because I guess in the States, people are always coming out with new programs and platforms that everybody's using, right? And then every time I go on a new group or something, there's like a new different platform that I hear of. And they're all doing the same thing, a lot of them, right? Like how many text messaging platforms can we have? You know what I mean? But you don't really have that in Canada. Like I haven't been able to really find any tools.
Really?
It's just a lot of networking, and you got to go to the public meetups, right?
I like that. That sounds like opportunity to me. All that right there, you saying that problem, I'm like, ooh, it sounds like a bunch of money finna pass hands.
And then like I can't even get numbers to like skip trace people and stuff. Like I don't even know where to, make a list or how to get people's numbers. Like I tried for a little bit, but I was basically just, calling for sale by owner people off Kijiji, and I was like, wow, this is not like the States people do it.
Really? So you're telling me there's no way to get numbers in Canada?
Not that I found, no. Like I couldn't like build lists so that you can contact people at a volume. It's a lot of just like networking and just finding like for sale by owner people. That's what my experience was anyway. Like when I first started, and I tried for like 7 months, but it was just going to people's houses and like looking through them and trying to give them that lower wholesale offer, right? So it's a lot of time wasting, I find.
Is it due to restrictions or laws or something that makes it harder, or is it just no opportunity?
Lack of innovation.
Yeah. Well, I think our government just has different privacy laws. And so like what the information that you can release publicly, like for example, I can't call the tax people and get like information. Like they're not going to give me a list of like taxes that are back owed or something. Like you can't do that. They can't release information like that. Anywhere you call to try to get lists or anything like that, they just shut you down. Like it doesn't. Yeah.
Somebody doing this though, because I know some people. I think it's a guy on YouTube that's pretty famous to do a lot of YouTube videos. That's actually there. So he's doing something to get deals. You might want to connect with him, pick his brain, say, how do you do this thing?
Is that Stefan Arneo?
I believe so. Yeah, Stefan, something like that. Yeah.
He actually just died 2 weeks ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he died. He was fighting cancer for years. He actually has a book series that's called Hard Times Make Strong Men.
Yeah. He died, really?
He actually died of cancer. Yeah, just a few weeks ago. I was really sad. So.
I never would have known it.
He has awesome material out there too. So I was following that for a while. But like I said, I kind of thought there was more opportunity for me in the States. So.
Well, you got You can do virtual deals in the United States, no problem, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Wow, that dude straight died. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Hmm.
I didn't even know he was sick with something.
Yeah, he battled cancer for years. He actually overcame it, and then I think maybe he got it again. Or
What's his last name?
Arnio, Aarnio.
There he is, Stefan. I spelled it wrong. I did not know he died. Wow. Oh, colon cancer.
Yeah, but I think he had some type of other cancer before that he had actually beat. So that was the second or third time I think that he actually got cancer and he ended up dying from it.
Goes to show all this money, you make millions and millions of dollars, but when you die, you can't take it with you.
Can't take it with you. Cannot.
Yeah, whoever's running all of his programs are still, they send their emails out and stuff. I get a lot of things that I'm subscribed to or whatever. So they're still going strong and trying to do like get-togethers for him and in his memory and things like that. So
He was on a list of one of my people that want to meet one day. I guess that won't happen.
me too. And you know what happened was I actually got like a book series from him. It's called Money People Deal. And then he added like the 10 Commandments of Negotiation actually is a really great book. It's so good. I just finished it. But anyways, within that book, he actually gives you 2 tickets to one of his events. And I was supposed to go last year, but I was like, making excuses like, oh, I don't have money to do it right now, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing all this. And there you go. Like he died. And I actually really wanted to meet him. Like you said, he's on my list of people. So,
Wow.
and I had free tickets to go, right? It's like, oh man.
All you had to do was show up and win.
Yeah, really.
Wow. Okay.
So what's going on there? What's new? What's new, everybody? What's new? What have you tried? What have you tried this last week that maybe you haven't tried ever? Real estate or not? Try anything new?
Door knocking. No, I haven't done that.
Let's keep this at least PG rated, Laura. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, I don't know why I got a dirty mind all of a sudden, Rich. I just haven't heard that question in a while. Hey, I have a lead for an opportunity that I would like to learn more about if anybody has any experience. Okay, has anyone okay, so this could be a wholesale experience or it could be something that you actually did investment-wise, because I'm looking at it both ways. I'd look at possibly going and finding money to do this if I can't wholesale it. But I have a lead for one house, 3 lots. The lots are like to the left, 2 on the left side, 1 on the right side of this house. It's a rental house. It's older. It doesn't rent for a ton. It's kind of out of shape. However, on the street is somewhat new construction, can't be more than 3 years old. And then 1 street over is a new construction house. I mean, like same block, just literally 1 street over is new construction within the last year. But it's interspersed with these older houses and it's in an older neighborhood. But in any case, the numbers for all 4 lots seems like a really reasonable asking price. And of course I need to do my own due diligence on this. But has anybody got any experience either wholesaling a lot for new construction where there's existing older houses, or has anyone done a deal like that where they've actually built? That's my question.
Kind of sounds like you say it was in the last 2 to 3 years. I mean, I guess those people who built that wouldn't be your buyer, would they?
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, they very well would be. I would definitely look into that. In fact, I was talking with another builder today about a different deal. And I asked him, I said, how do I find out who built a house back, a few years ago? Like, where do I go find that information? I haven't really dug yet. He did not have any good answers for me. So that would be a question I'd pose to this group is, how do I find that? Is that on a tax record somewhere? I don't think it is.
They had to pull some permits somewhere. So yeah, to build it, somebody pulled some permits. So yeah.
Okay, so if I look at like the permit section of a tax record, it might say a company name.
I've seen some things come up on some stuff before, like McBride Homes and things like that. And I don't know if this was done by a big corporation or a small mom and pop, but somebody, did something. There should be some record of it. I mean, whenever I think new build, I'm thinking, who just built over here. They're my buyer, first of all.
Yeah, they're either my buyer or maybe they're my partner on the deal, right? Maybe I come up with the lots and the deal overall, and maybe I come up with a seller finance deal, and then maybe we partner on it and we all get paid in the end, or maybe they just buy the deal from me. I mean, I'm open to whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely would. But I mean, I need to do some due diligence on numbers. So I just want to ask general questions to start, like, what does it cost to build one of these houses that got built 2 or 3 years ago over here? What's the cost on that? And then I can look at, what is this stuff selling for, and what is my buy price for the lot, and I can crunch some numbers. That's where I need to start, obviously.
So you want to build new on those vacant lots?
I mean, I think that's where the opportunity is because, well, yeah, what else would you do with a vacant lot? I mean, it's hard. The only reason why an investor would buy it, I think, is to build on it, or maybe they would do something speculative, but this isn't a speculative buy. It's not that kind of area. It's in Illinois, so.
I was just getting ready to ask you, is that in Illinois, Missouri, St. Louis? Where is it at?
Illinois, and, a medium-sized town.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what happened here. The people I sent this link to actually got my name on their name.
I'm like, wait, I see
Chris Monroe is everywhere.
Everybody's Chris Monroe, and then me, I'm starting to panic a little bit, going, wait a minute, people are coming in here with Chris Monroe's name. We want to get hit again.
Hello, Chris Monroe's, all of you Chris Monroe's. But I don't know, you know anything about this? What she's asking, Rich?
No, I mean, I think you got the right one.
Can't hear you, Rich.
Oh.
I think you leaned up on the mic or something.
Too far away or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you start over?
Yeah. No, I was just saying. I think you're in the right area. I would think. I think you're thinking the right thing. Find out how much the build is, and then reverse your numbers. Calculate backwards your numbers that way. Yeah, I do. That's what I think.
Okay.
She has to know her cap rates.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very true.
Yeah, you got to know your cap rates.
Okay.
And I'm still working on that too.
Yeah, so I'm very familiar with calculating a cap rate, but I think that these new construction builds would sell retail. So, I usually use cap rates when I'm evaluating like a rental property or a package of rentals. But yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I think cap rate can apply anytime, but I'm looking at probably these would go retail.
I mean, are you able to buy them right, you think? Are you able to buy them low enough to where, you can do all of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm got to figure out. I mean, the price he threw out there and kind of my very uneducated rough numbers make it look feasible. And I mean, I haven't even negotiated with him or anything. This was a cold text, your response to a cold text. So I haven't really dug in with him. He had a number, that's a starting point. So I would hope he could come down a little, or maybe he'd seller finance. I mean, he's got a portfolio. He's not in a bad position. So maybe he'd carry it. I don't know.
So these ones with the land, do they already have sewer, water lines, and all of that type of stuff, or no?
Great question. One of them does. The other two do not.
Right, because that's going to be the big, big thing.
What's the tap-in cost? Yeah.
Yeah. Good question. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think like in Waterloo, I think it's like 10 grand tap-in. So yeah, so if you have a vacant lot with no utilities, it's like 10 grand to get it all there.
Depending on where it's coming from, right? It might be coming from far away.
Right. It could be 20. Who knows? But if it's in town, I think it's like 10 grand.
Yeah, it would be something like that. It would be whatever the going rate is. It's not anything special there where there's any special circumstances or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just add all those costs up in the new build costs, and if there's treat it like a fix and flip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's right.
So.
And so
I wanted to hear somebody's success story so I could be all fired up about it.
Yeah, I did one like that. Well, I made like 800 grand on it, and it was right there in Shiloh.
Buy it so cheap where you can't mess up. That's what I think.
That's right.
So you got 2 lots for free. Well, I can't mess up even if I messed up.
Right.
I just want to get experienced partners in on it. I'll take less to go through the process, make less than I would if I was doing it on my own, but be able to hold some hands of a builder or have this seller finance it to me, hey, no risk or very, very, very little risk. I'll do that, take the education, and just take a smaller payout in the end for sure.
Yeah, could always cold call those construction companies that are local there, see, but that's kind of a long shot there than actually figuring out who actually built the ones that are nearby. That would make it a little easier.
Exactly.
And just
I guess I
let you
could
know-
also door knock those houses and just ask the people, hey, who built your
Good
home?
idea.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest and most direct
It
way
is
to do it. I just thought of it.
So true.
True. Unless, you could go out, you could probably go out to the assessor's records and see who owned it 3 years ago, or, if it was built 2 years ago, who owned that lot 3 years ago. Maybe it was like C.A. Jones or whoever's building.
Mm-hmm.
The builder there too could.
Because possibly the homeowner may not know. They bought it through a real estate agent. They ain't know nothing about all of this other stuff. They just know it was a beautiful house and they moved in it. I don't know who built it.
Right.
Jimmy Johns.
Could be.
Right.
So all of these people in here with this Chris Monroe in their name, can y'all say your name for the record so we know who you are and what you do?
And you can always right click on your picture too, and you should have the option to rename yourself too, just let me know. Yeah. I'd love to hear that. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you can do that?
Well,
Can I change my name?
I've got Chris Monroe down here.
Oh, I see you say rename. So yeah, you can rename right at that little corner at the top. You can put your name on there. Unless you like being Chris Monroe. It is kind of nice to be Chris Monroe, ain't it?
Well, yeah. And you're making an impact, buddy.
Right, I would think.
That's technology.
So, I'm Yadira Richardson, and I have only closed one deal. And I am just trying to find some opportune times to jump back in over in St. Louis. I had a property Overland that I went and seen. Neighbors were very friendly. Said the owner, the house has been unoccupied for like 2 years. It's sitting, they're all stacked right next to each other. It's like a small neighborhood or whatever. So I'm just looking in and getting back into things. So really, I'm just here to take notes.
So what did you do on that first deal? What was it, a wholesale deal or what?
Oh, my first deal I closed was in Granite City, Illinois. And Jesus, it was a lot. But I sat at the title company and got everything done. I only got $1,700, but I know it's doable now.
Yeah.
It's just been trying to get over to St. Louis and, make sure I'm safe going over there and trying to, I know what to do. I have the drive to do it. Just got to get it done. So.
Hey, girl, I did like my first deal. I did it with Rich Groves. I think, Rich, I don't remember the number, like 157.
Yeah, it was low.
So it was just literally getting it done.
$302.
It was not worth it. I'm just saying it was what I know. Rich didn't need any of it. Rich was being literally, what do you call it? Philanthropist, right, helping me.
Yeah.
But
so how many doors do you have?
Do I own?
Do you own any or?
Yeah, I own 3. I've done a heck of a lot more wholesale deals though. So what I'm getting at is just getting it to 1,700 is great. I would have taken that happily in my first deal, and it'll only go up from there. So like, good job.
Right, just gotta. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm like you, looking for some people who, I can watch, and I watch Chris Monroe all the time. He's a glass door, so he tells us everything we need to be doing. So that's all. Well, I'm done watching. I got to get over here.
That's right. Take action.
I got 2 leads that I really, 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 I know I can work them. It's just getting back and forth over to Overland.
Why is that a problem? Get on that phone.
Yeah, true.
I don't even need to see your house to buy your house. I just need to know you want to sell it, find out their motivation, their timeline, lock them up. Don't let that stop you. Matter of fact, Overland, what's that, in 63114? That's one of the hottest zip codes in St. Louis. Why not?
Yeah, I know. And I've been working with this guy. He's a mailman, a mail carrier, whatever. And so he has so many of them. I really need to get into the woke skip trays.
Oh, okay.
And just get it done. Yeah.
Good deal.
So have you been talking to him already, or what's the deal with him?
I went over there and I door knocked, and the neighbor came out and said that it's been unoccupied for 2 years. And then they said that the lady across the street knows him. And so I went across the street and knocked on the door and said, hello, my name is Yadira Richardson with YMK Investment Group. And I was just kind of wondering if you possibly knew who owns that house.
Right. So I mean, and that's the thing, you know,
Yeah.
and Adrian that's
So-
on here now, we just was talking about that earlier about, you know, you got to know if they even want to sell the house just because it's vacant, just because it's tall grass. I mean, we see the pain, but we don't know if they want to sell. Some people just holding houses
Right.
for tax write-offs and all type of weird stuff. Do you want to sell? Now, if you want to sell, now I'm your guy. Now I'm your girl. Now I'm your person you need to talk to. But if they don't want to
Right.
sell, you know, it's just a lead, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
I mean, I know I ran the comps on the neighborhood. I know the neighborhood is only selling for 70 to 100K. So, but if it's been sitting for a while, I'm sure it's going to need, you know, some work. So I just got to jump in there. You guys are motivated.
yep. So just go on wokeskiptracing.com, get his phone number, email address, and give him a call. See if you want to sell. You just never know. He might say, yeah, I consider selling. What are you going to give me? I'm glad you asked. And now you can have that conversation.
Definitely.
That's where the
Yeah.
magic happens. Not about really running over to the house. That magic happens on that phone. If you master that phone, everything else opens up.
Right. Yeah, I've done it. I've done some cold calling. I had to do a lot with my first deal. So
Did you?
yes, I did. She bought it from the auction, and it was all electrical. And so she had it for like she had it for like 3 years. It just sat. You know, her grandpa.
Those could be tough deals, though. I mean, it's good you gotta buy it from a tax auction. Some of the, I don't know how it is over in Missouri on the Illinois side. You know, some title companies won't close a tax sale at least 2 years unless it's been at least 2 years old. You know,
Yeah.
2 years
Wow.
tax sale. So so at least you got it done.
Yeah, we got it done. It took a while. I re-signed a purchase sale agreement with her. You know, because I was only doing it for 30 days.
Okay, that's great. And it was in Granite City. You know that. And it was a wholesale deal, and you've got a Granite City buyer now, right? Do they want to buy another one? Are they an investor, or were they a tenant?
I have a lot of Granite City buyers now, just because of that one house.
There you go.
You built that list organically. You see that?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, I'm looking at one in Granite City tomorrow morning, so maybe I'll tap your buyers list with the JP.
It sounds good to me. It sounds really good.
Put them to use.
I'll reach back around. I'll go back around to another Granite City deal I had that hit right as the COVID thing hit, and the seller kind of got shaky. Like I don't know. I'm gonna hold on to it. So I'll shake. I'll go back around and check with them and see. And
okay. Yeah. Let me see what you got.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that just happened to me on somebody. I try to call them back. We've been talking for like 3 weeks. They told us, oh, we decided just to keep it and rent it out to a friend. I'm like, man, get out of here. Y'all did all that calling and talking about, yeah, we want to sell. Now you want to keep it.
I know.
Get out of here with that wishy-washy stuff.
I tried something new because I could tell she was she wanted to, she was getting pressure from her son who's in the military and said, no, Mom, you need to just fix it up yourself and sell it on the market, with a realtor and all that kind of stuff. And then she's hearing me saying, look, you don't have to touch another broom. You don't have to touch another hammer. I'll take care of it for you. And so she's like, well, my son's going to get mad at me if he knows I didn't do it. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a 15-day, basically a 15-day walk away. In 15 days, if you feel like you don't want to do it, we have to do it and cancel the contract. And,
So nice, Rich.
Yeah, so she did. She was. I mean, it was right as COVID started, kicked in, and a few of my buyers in Granite City were like, "Look, we're not buying anything right now until we figure out what's going on." So it kind of just freaked out a little bit, and she said, "Hey, I'll take it back. I want to." Matter of fact, she reached out to me in 15 days and said, "Hey, can I still walk away?" And we just canceled the deal. I was like, technically, yeah, but I mean, if you want, I can get this done. It's just going to be a little longer than I thought. She said, no, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it and fix it up like my son wants me to. So, yeah, it's all right.
That's
I know.
You better call her in a month, Rich.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
Once they start trying to fix it up, who knows if they stick to the plan.
True. You may pick up the hammer and all of a sudden, like, oh man, this arthritis is worse than I thought.
Well, the question of the day is the son gonna contribute to this deal, or he gonna sit back and watch mama work? See, I'm gonna touch that pain on a situation like that.
He's barking orders from a base somewhere,
Yeah, if he's not really gonna come do it, I mean, does he know what kind of work that entails?
Right.
Exactly. It's always when they don't you know, when they're not comfortable with the deal, I have to ask my son. I have to ask my great great great
And see, when they start
granddaughter.
doing that, you know what to do.
Yeah,
You know what
you
to do,
already know.
right? Get
Keep
son
it
on the
moving.
phone, 3-way. We finna close all
Oh,
decision makers. Don't let them go with that. All. Let me go talk to them. Let's get them on the phone. Let's see if we can help them out. They might have some questions for me. So you got to get all them wrapped up in one little group, so everybody's on board, so they don't derail your deal later on when you don't know why I got canceled.
exactly.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, we got a question here, Patrick. Hey, Patrick, is your microphone working, buddy? I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah, I just
Oh, yeah.
anybody.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I hear. I figured that's where it was. I just wanted to double check with you. Patrick had a question. Yeah, bring it up.
So I've got one deal. I bought a house in September last year, rehabbed it. I'm renting it now. My goals is buy and hold. Um, I saw a house a couple blocks over from there. I'm in Hazelwood. Saw a house a couple blocks over from there that's got grass growing, trees all growing up, and I did some research on it, and they owe $9,000 in back taxes, county taxes. So I'm sure there's lawn care bills and probably water and sewer, all kinds of back fees and stuff. But I just used whitepages.com to try to find, somebody in relation to son. I think she had a son and maybe a daughter. And I've tried, all the numbers that presented themselves online and couldn't reach anybody that was actually related to her.
Do you know the names of the deceased relatives?
Well, I don't have them on offhand. I don't have them, but I can get them. Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering because I didn't know if you did.
I have the name of the deceased because she's still listed as the owner on the tax St. Louis County's website. So.
What I mean, just don't. And maybe you've done this. Maybe you haven't. I'll actually go to the obituary. I'll Google. I can't remember what the website is now.
Yeah, I did.
Obituary.com.
That's how I found her son, his name, and I did a white pages on him. And supposedly he lives on St. Anthony in Florissant. Okay. I found that number. I called that number, and that lady said, "Would you please stop calling me?" So obviously,
same thing.
Yeah, a lot more people have been doing that, but
so somebody been calling her already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my own remodeling company for several years, and I used to actually remodel houses for an investor back in early 2000, and got out of the business for quite a while, and I wanted to get back in it. I'm more interested in buy and hold, but I'm definitely looking at the possibilities for quick flips to make some money so that I can buy more property. But I'm kind of leaning more towards buy and hold to build up my retirement so I can retire myself. But I really want to stay around. I like to work close to where I live, just so I don't have. I pretty much will do the rehab myself. I have two sons, and we would do all the work. But so I'm trying to stay within the Florissant Hazelwood area. 63135 is a little bit south of me, southeast of me. I do some work there too. So just trying to find I bought this house that I bought in September. I paid $68,000 for it and put about right under $20,000, and I'm renting it for $1,100 a month now. It's a 3-bedroom, bath and a half. So I'm looking for stuff like that, just smaller rental type houses. And
What was your name?
My name's Patrick Marsden. I can put my information in the chat box, but basically I have no experience at all finding property. I mean, I could work on it like nobody's business. I can make it look pretty, but finding it and buying it, I really need education on that part. I'm in the process right now getting my personal home refinanced because I've got all my cash wrapped up in this other house. So I'm going to refinance my personal home, and I think I'll get enough out of that to where I can buy another one. And then once I get both of those rented and seasoned for a while, then I'll refinance both of those to buy another one. But I just really need a lot of knowledge to pick people's brain on how, one, I see all kinds of houses because I drive around a lot and I see, the tall grass, the weeds and things. I know how to find out somewhat who owns them, but then it's a matter of contacting that person, whether it be on the phone or whether it be face to face, say, hey, you know, I'm interested in buying this house.
Yeah, that's very important because you got to reach out to them. And I know you were just saying something about that person that was deceased. I mean, do you know if they already went through probate or if they're going to have to go through probate, or you don't know?
Well, actually the St. Louis County says that the house is going to be auctioned in August.
Oh, really? For taxes?
Yeah, this property will be offered for sale in the August tax sale.
Have you used CaseNet to look up the case? Is that how you found everybody?
No, I haven't used CaseNet for that.
Yeah.
Try CaseNet and type in, you can look specifically for probates. You can type in the person's last name. You don't have to get specific on the date or anything like that, just the last name. If you know the first name, great, put that in there, but it might, you might have Betty as the name, but Betty was her middle name and her first name was June, whatever. So just, last name. And even if it's something like Smith, right? You can now you can narrow it down even more. But once you get to Jim Smith or Jane Smith, whatever you were looking for, when you click on that case, it should give you all the we'll call it actors, all the actors in the case, right? Who are the decedents, who are the heirs, and most of the time it'll have their addresses. Maybe maybe the attorney. So like some of the heirs will have an attorney. It'll have the attorney listed. At least you'll have the attorney phone number. Then you can call the attorney directly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, because you can get that information.
2 doors down from me, gentleman passed away, and they had an estate sale. I didn't even know that he would have passed away until they had the estate sale. So I'm definitely going to look into that one because 2 doors down would be I'd love to have a rehab like that.
Yeah, I bought 3 houses from estate sales, so don't sleep on those.
No, not at all. Adrian Lipsey, I don't think I've ever met you, sir.
Yes, I am new. I'm a local investor. I work with Mr. Monroe, St. Louis Cash Buyers. So I'm new.
Awesome.
How's everybody doing?
Welcome, buddy.
So I'm learning the ropes. I'm keeping mouth closed and ears open.
That sounds like something Chris would say. Did Chris tell you that?
No. I've had some experience as far as customer service and
Sure.
dealing with people. So
I didn't know if maybe that was one of his mottos,
Not yet.
you may use it.
Oh man, you got to get a bunch of shirts made up or something like that with that in it.
Yeah. Less mouth, more ears.
You know it. Ask good questions and let them people dig their own grave. Come on, tell me everything about your life.
You're from St. Louis, maybe?
Yes. I'm born and raised in St. Louis.
Awesome.
So I'm learning from the teacher.
What are you wanting to do? I know you're learning, and maybe that might shape what you decide. Maybe right now you think you want to do this, and after you learn a while, you might want to do that. But what in your mind right now do you want to do for real estate investing?
Financial freedom.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my purpose. I used to be a supervisor at Amazon, and just tired of the whole hustle and bustle. Coming home 4:30 in the morning time. Newborn daughter just turned 1.
Oh,
So we can spend time with her, and I've been working in the corporate world, all my life. So just trying something different. My family has a couple rental properties, but I never really just dibble and dabble in until now.
you know how it works.
Yeah,
You've seen it with your own eyes.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm sorry, something. Need to try something different because this 9 to 5 is not working for me. So,
You can never retire from that thing.
never. Just.
So do you have a plan?
Yeah, I have a plan. To work with Mr. Monroe and learn as much as I can. And then, work with him at the same time, try to acquire some properties. And
Are you in the right place?
yeah, and just, more or less just set things up for my daughter and myself. That's my goal, for real.
That's right. That's what it takes.
I call it simple, just financial freedom. And just be able to have something I can pass on from generation to generation.
Yeah.
That's it.
And when you say financial freedom, do you mean no more debt, no more credit card, personal debt, but you know, the ability to pay for what you want when you want.
Yeah, exactly. Be able to do what I want to do without having to put in vacation time.
Right, because I used to teach Dave Ramsey's and his financial freedom, and one of his philosophies is no debt at all. And I just don't see how that. I mean, for some that may be possible, but I don't. Most real estate investors they use debt to their advantage. So when you say financial freedom, I understand completely what you say. I don't have any personal credit cards. All my cars I pay cash for. The only debt that I have is my house and my rental properties.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, there is a lot of ways to do real estate without the debt, you know, because I own multiple doors and I don't have any debt in my name, and I don't plan on ever putting any debt in my name.
I don't disagree with that.
So, you know, it's a lot of strategies and stuff. It can catapult you, though, if you do leverage debt to get to get the stuff that you need.
If I had the way to get to some of the properties without the debt, I would definitely, that's an avenue that I want to go. I definitely am looking for, you know, more seller financing type stuff, things like that.
Gotta know how to structure the deal.
Right.
Yep, and it all starts with that lead generation. You got to be talking to enough people, because most people will say, hell no, I ain't doing that. First, they don't even want to sell, or they want full-blown retail, right? I want $100,000 for my house that's worth $98,000. They want more than it's even worth.
Patrick, I'm adding you to my buyers list. A couple months, maybe 6 weeks ago, I did a wholesale deal in Hazelwood on Bill Mara, and I did it seller financed. So anyway, you and I should connect, because I do have a lot of leads in Hazelwood. I have no more contracts right now, but they'll be coming over the times. Okay. So I'll be in touch with you.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And if everybody wants to put their, if you feel comfortable doing it, that's great. If everybody wants to put their, their name, cell phone number, and email address in the comments, so everybody can grab those. One of the things I do, and I think Chris is open with this too, is when we meet like this, I run another meetup called Hootie's House Buyers Club, and when you come to the physical location, we have folks sign in. What's your name, your phone number, your email address. What kind of interest you have. What side of the river do you work? Do you do real estate investing? And then I open that up for anybody that was there. Come over and take a picture of that roster. I know other real estate investment clubs out there. It's like, no, this is mine. This is my information. I've got my buyers here, or my real estate investors here. This is open. This is free. I think we can build something big here if we all just share. And what the heck? Somebody's name, number, and email address. What is that worth? $10 million or something?
One of the things too that frustrates me a lot is that you see a lot of these real estate gurus, and all they want to do is just sell their book and sell their book and sell their book. And then when it comes time for them to actually give you information or mentor you, or you try and contact them, they're nowhere to be found. And that's why I appreciate this group so much more. Because people are willing to share the information, and not keep it to themselves, because there is so many houses out there that are just sitting there vacant.
Oh yeah.
We could put back in circulation.
When you think about it, and Chris, you were and Laura was too. When Christina Spells had Maxwell come into town for a quick pop-up little meeting, I think it was him, or maybe it was just somebody at the thing said, think about it. If everybody, and I apologize for people who aren't in St. Louis, but the concept works anywhere. If everybody in real estate investing in St. Louis wholesale 10 houses that year, and I know some people may have more aspirations than that, but it was just a thought. It's just the idea. There's still so many houses out there that other people can get to. Even if everybody you knew did 10, right? There's still going to be so many more out there. So why people act like there's only 6 houses in the whole market? It's ridiculous,
Scarcity mindset.
Right. I'm a believer, and maybe you guys are too. I'm a believer that if we're all building a pie, it doesn't mean that we're getting smaller pieces of the pie the more people get on this call, right? It just means we're building a bigger pie, and everybody's still getting either the same size you had or bigger.
Plus you have to remember, there are people that actually need your expertise, that need your help out here. Not just we're trying to pressure you to sell, please sell me a house. We're not doing that. We're trying to actually help the people that need our help. basically about to lose their house to foreclosure, let the bank take it, they get nothing and get kicked out 2, 3, 4 months later. You know, those people may be able to get something for their house. I just spoke to a lady the other day. She got over $100,000 worth of equity in her house. And I'm like, oh man, you know, don't let them take that and give you nothing.
Dang, no kidding. Oh no.
But
Hey, we
you
got
know,
another Chris Monroe on the call.
where another one?
Yeah, we got another Chris Monroe down there. That can't be a live picture. I think he's got snow or something there. He's got a hat on.
Oh, I can't see him.
He's got a stocking cap on, looks like he's got snow on his hat.
Yeah, he's got he's buttoned up tight.
Let me cheat. I can't see it.
He's in Australia right now.
I did pop onto the CNET, and actually I got the attorney and the son. There's an heir, a devisee, I guess. What's a devisee?
Basically, I think that I honestly don't know.
Their kids probably.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's probably good.
So it all starts if they want to sell that puppy.
I've got all the addresses, so I can.
That's awesome. There you go, man.
That's
See?
awesome. I didn't even think of that.
That's a great
never thought of it. I use the St. Louis County all the time because that's so good to find out. You know, I drive by a house, I want to know if it's owned by a bank or if it's owned by a person, and I can jump on there and look. But I didn't even thought to look at.
Yeah, I do that, and then I'll pull up obituaries because, you know, the obituary might say, you know, John Smith passed away, surviving are Jim Smith, Jane Smith, and Tanya Smith, all of Charlottesville, North Carolina. So now, guess who's getting a letter? Or guess who's getting skip traced to get a call, right? So I'll look up the obituaries too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so like when you drive by those houses, I use an app called Deal Machine. I actually put in, you know, the app. I can just drop a pin right on it, right there, and it'll tell me who owns it. Usually, sometimes their mortgage information.
I forgot about them.
Some type of stuff. Yeah, we get so many leads from that stuff. I can't even process them because we got some drivers that go out, and one of my drivers, she just really goes crazy and brings in so many, you know, potential leads from those things. So she gets them, and I don't just send them mail right out the gate. I get them, they go into a spreadsheet, we export that spreadsheet, take it over to wokeskiptracing.com, get their phone numbers, and just actually cold call them, you know, straight from that point, because we don't know if they want to sell or not, but if they do want to sell, we can make a deal with them. So yeah, that's under Deal Machine. You can try it for free if you enter the promo code WOKE. They'll give you some free deal credits. You could try it out, see if you like it, and you'll be hooked. You'll be like, oh man, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I had it. It's good.
Yeah, I think we closed like 3 or 4 deals off of that system.
And when you hit that pin, don't you have the option to like send them a postcard or something too?
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's what I was just saying. Where is one? I think I got one over here somewhere. Oh, there's one. Yeah, you can actually send them a little postcard like this with a picture of their house on it. But I don't really suggest doing that to everybody. I say skip trace them, call them first. Then if you don't reach nobody, then send me because this can get expensive. It's like, you know, $1 a piece or something like that. This can add up real quick. And that's why I say if you enter that promo code WOKE, you get the free deal credits, and you can use it for either the postcards or use it for the skip tracing. But like I say, it's usually better just to try to call them first, and then if nobody answers, then send them some mail. Because mail only gets like, what, a 1% return or something like that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like a low response. Not saying it don't work. It does work because I've gotten deals from postcards, but look how much money you got to spend. You better have a good budget.
Yeah, true. And be able to sustain it because, you know, in mailers, you got to hit that person 5 times, 6 times to finally get really good response rates.
Yeah, they like to call back and say, take me off your mail list. What are you doing with this picture of my house? Man, you know, one lady even got mad and said, yes, Chris, is this you? You took a picture of my house. You weren't supposed to do that. So you better call Google. You better call Google because they take pictures of your house every day. Ain't on your property. But, you know, people act funny.
Stuff. You're right. That is crazy.
So
I see Doc. Doc is on the call. What's going on, Doc?
Oh man. What do you mean, Doc? No, my name says Chris Monroe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dr. Monroe.
Yes, Monroe. Monroe. That's what it basically said. What's going on?
No, I'm going to tell you, you're not studying today. Is something wrong?
Oh no.
Okay.
I got a little paperwork here, man. What's going on with you guys?
Not much, buddy. What are you up to? What you get done this week?
Pretty good. I actually got somebody sent me something today. So the Fed had a meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
And they put out a brand new stimulus. I don't know if you actually heard about that for the business owners. So if you're in real estate, or you're trying to get in real estate, or you're about to get into it right now, you don't even have to set up an LLC. You can actually set yourself up as a contractor and actually get a stimulus up to $1,000.
No kidding.
This is actually separate. This actually just got done this week. I was actually looking it up online. There's a gentleman called Meet Kevin. I have like the automatic alerts up for him on my phone. And yeah, you can just go on YouTube and look up Meet Kevin, and he does the federal updates whenever they have issues with stimulus, and so you can look into it. And he went through the whole form and everything. So if you do contract work, if you do driving for dollars, so you can check it out, fill out the form. And the crazy part about this is people have actually gotten the stimulus the next day.
That's too quick.
No, it's not. No, here's the thing. It's supposed to actually go ahead and actually take about 3 weeks. However, the Fed has actually had the money in the accounts, but there was like some issue with the Democrats and paperwork. It's all political stuff. But people have actually posted up their account information online, showing that it actually goes through the next day. However, they had to do it immediately within 24 hours. However, it was $750 billion that went to it, but the money's running out because so many people are doing it. So
wait a minute, let me go do it right now. Hold that thought.
You don't need money? What you mean?
Man, you always get more money. You can buy more deals. You think I only want to buy single family? I want to buy some of them multi-families. I want to buy some of them $1 million properties.
That's right.
You Chris Monroe, you don't need money.
Shoot, you all need money. You may not need money, and money ain't everything. It just happens to be right up there next to oxygen.
Always got those jokes, man.
That's the truth. That ain't everybody be like money ain't everything. It ain't everything. It just happens to be right there next to oxygen. Be without it and see how you survive.
True. That is true. That is true.
Good point.
Hey guys, I'm going to be getting on another meeting here at 7, so I'm going to say goodbye. But it was really awesome hearing from everybody and talking to everybody. And you guys have an awesome night, and I'll probably be on the next one.
Laura, drop something heavy on us before you leave. Laura, drop something good.
Well, I gave you my gym, my signing lead. I have one under contract right now that's not working out. So I'm going to get creative. I already got my creative buyer lined up, got the terms lined up. I just got to pitch the seller.
Are you going to stay in the middle of that deal or getting out the deal?
Yeah, oh, no.
Please stay in the deal. Don't be getting out of deals.
Oh, no. In fact, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm getting my fee confirmed before I go back to the seller. Yep.
That's right. And stay in the middle and try to get that passive. That's where the money's made at.
Yeah. Going into it, wasn't my intention for it to not work, but it's not working. And, I know it about 4 days in, and I have a 15 business day inspection period. So, I'm going to be able to get back with the seller quickly, let him know what the circumstances are, and provide him in the same phone call another solution that he can take or leave. And anyway, I don't know. Is that heavy enough, Chris?
You got it, Laura. We rooting for you. We want to hear the success story 2 weeks from now.
I've been getting a lot of deals done this way. I mean, it's not my freaking intention.
That's how the deals are done. That's the thing. That's what I realized. Everybody like, oh, wholesale. I'll wholesale them if they're wholesalable, but I still got other options if you don't like this lowball offer.
Yeah, that's what we might be doing. So, and I think it's a good deal. So anyway, guys, I guess what I'm sharing that is this business isn't perfect. Even the people who are killing it, like Chris and Rich and everyone else on this call who's getting deals done, it's not always smooth sailing, right, guys? We just have to it's literally one thing I love and hate about this business at the same time is that it's a little bit of a roller coaster, right? I've learned to just hold on and shut up and just ride. But if you feel like screaming sometimes, just take a deep breath and figure out what your next best option is and find the next deal or find the next option and keep at it, everybody. You guys are all awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Laura. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was inspirational. I knew you had something in you. I knew you had something.
See you in 2 weeks.
I was just trying to say goodbye, but you're okay, guys. See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
If not before.
I'll see you before you see me.
That's right.
That's creepy, but that's probably true. Okay. Bye.
See you later.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Keith Winkler's been sitting there in the shadows listening, not saying much, aren't you, Keith?
Where you at, Keith? Get back on here. We ain't seen you in a minute.
There he is.
Well, I've been eating dinner.
Oh, good.
That's what I'm about to do. I'm in there warming it up right now. See?
Yeah, it was smelling good. I had to take it out and eat it. Didn't want you to see me getting all that chicken grease all over.
You got some chicken, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I had to ask the chef.
Chef Boyard 3. So let's see here. Anybody
What's
got
he
any
doing?
deals or anything? Anybody got any deals they're trying to sell right now?
Hey, I wanted to talk to you guys about hiring a VA. So, what do you guys do in your businesses? I recently just had a bad experience hiring somebody from the Philippines, and they were actually doing other campaigns while they were doing mine, and so they'd abandon my calls or just like leave voicemails of them talking to other people on my leads voicemails. So that lasted like a day. And then I got rid of them, but
Is it a company or an individual?
it was a company.
Can you tell us who it was, just so we know?
It was called AVAS, AVAS.
Stay away from Avas, you say, huh?
Right.
Yeah, and her name is on Facebook is Crystal Roberts.
Is that with a C or a K?
K, Christel, KRISTEL.
Well, when it comes to virtual assistants, it's very important to have very good systems for them to just plug and play into. What were you using, their calling system or your system, or what were you doing?
My system, I was using Call Tools, and I just actually bought like a whole agent dashboard for them. They weren't a manager or anything. They just got to sign on. I already had the campaign set up. Everything was ready to go. They just needed to join and run the campaign.
So where do you feel like it went wrong at?
Well, like I said, I have recordings where he's like leaving voicemails on my lead's phone being like kind of away from the microphone, like, hey, I was just running other scripts, right? And talking to other people, but forgetting to click hang up on mine.
Wow.
Right? It was crazy. I was like, no way, man. Are you serious? So yeah, that didn't last long. I caught him doing that right away. And then they were lying to me about some other stuff. So I said, I don't align myself with people like that. So see ya.
So this virtual
now
assistant, was this something that they supposed to came in already trained and ready to go? Or did you supposed to go through and train them yourself?
Train them on my script, but they're supposed to know what to do. They're supposed to know how to work on Call Tools and do everything from top to bottom. They just need to learn the script, right?
Scares the crap out of me just hearing it.
Yeah, so that was a bad experience anyway. But I know that a lot of people do hire people, from the Philippines or something like that. They have, obviously, it's like $5 an hour or whatever, so it's pretty good.
How much was the one you had?
$6 an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? They were giving the caller, the guy that was actually calling, $2. And he's like, hey, don't tell Christel this, but can you please tell me how much you're paying and stuff? And it's like, okay, I don't know how you guys do your business, but I just need a caller here.
Yeah, so that's the thing. When it comes to that calling thing, you can go through a company and your experience is going to vary. But I'm a believer in, if your virtual assistant sucks, you suck. You must take full responsibility for the good and the bad that your virtual assistant does. But if they're bad on the phone, it was a lack of training somewhere. Now, I know you use the company. I don't really suggest doing that, but some people can do it that way. But I actually created a training system for people who come into the company so they can just come watch a bunch of videos. This is how you talk to people. Go through some role play with them. Tell them the do's and don'ts. Give them a good overview. It takes about, a couple days to learn it. Not much, but just to get the basics down, that you have to talk to them. Now, if they're just really working on another job, that's just, I don't know anything about that. It can't really save that. But like I said, in my experience, I always try to teach them myself that this is how we want things done. This is how our script is laid out. This is how I want you to speak to sellers. Ask good questions and let them talk.
Okay. Yeah, I went a totally different route. So what I'm doing now is I'm just posting like a job posting for opening acquisitions caller on Indeed. And I'm getting a lot of applicants through there. So we're kind of screening them, and going to be hiring somebody, but we're paying them on a commission basis. So when they qualify the leads and they actually put it through to the acquisitions manager, then they get paid like whatever our commission is, like $1,000 a deal or whatever we make that, right?
So you're getting people that are going to be Canada or US based, I guess?
Yeah, US based.
Okay. So the thing is, Indeed is a good place. Craigslist is a good place to just post up for your, jobs or resumes or whatever to say you have a position. But if you really want to get the Philippine people, you need to go onto a site like upwork.com, or to a site like onlinejobs.ph, onlinejobs.ph, or like Fiverr with 2 R's, fiverr.com. You can find people right on there. And actually, it's people actually hit me in my inbox. Hey, I'll pull leads for you for 1 to 2 cents. They hit me up, so I don't even look for people anymore. And so those are some better places that if you want to get that $4 or $5 an hour type person. Is that what you're really looking for?
Well, no, I want somebody of quality, like you said. If they're the first person that touches base with our company, like. If they suck, we suck, like I'm embarrassed to follow up as the acquisitions manager, what.
But so you have to figure that out. And actually, like I said, even if you get it from a company, you're going to have to have something within your company, not whatever you got it from, to actually cultivate and train them up to do the things you want them to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so we sat down and made a whole hiring process, like an interview process, and then they kind of get shifted over to me, and then I do the training and blah blah blah. So we spent a couple hours on it actually, creating that internally for our company, and that's just gonna be how it works now. But I guess I'm kind of wondering, if you're hiring people on a commission basis, do they kind of not stick with you too long? If something
Probably
doesn't
not.
happen for them,
probably not. They're going to be high turnover. Commission takes an individual that's self-driven, and most people on the planet are not self. They want to sit back, get on your clock, and eat that mug up. So you can do it that way. I've never done it the way commission based. I'd rather pay somebody and know they on my clock. I know they're going to do what they need to do, and if they don't, they got to get up out of here and do some more woke stuff. You got any input on this, Rich?
Yeah, I mean. That's so true that you gotta be involved for a while till you see that it's moving along the way you want it to be. Unfortunately, you hire a VA thinking, well, I'm going to free up some time, but you got to put a lot of extra time up front on it for it to work right. I'm backing up what Chris said about that. Yeah. And I've done it before. I've done it to where, like you, where they're supposed to know this, they're supposed to know that, because that was what was advertised. It's like, hey, these are real estate, virtual assistants. They know real estate. They know what to do. I sent them over my script with notes on here's what you do, here's where you take the notes, here's where you put all the information. And it was a struggle, so I had to end up cutting them. But because at the time I didn't have the time to spend to train them up on it, which was the big mistake. But thinking, oh, they're real estate VAs. They know real estate. They know exactly what every investor wants. Every investor doesn't want the same thing, right?
It's one major thing with that. You must trust but verify. You got to verify that these people know what they're talking about. Role play. I want to hear how you sound before you ever get on the phone with somebody talking. Because how you going to do it? It just don't even make sense. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to trust and throw my script over there, and they're going to know how to read it and know how to say it. It's not even about scripting. It's about just, positioning yourself right and asking good questions and letting the people tell you what's going on. A lot of people don't understand it.
It wasn't too bad when we were doing the role play, and then it's then he got on there and he's trying to run 3 campaigns or whatever the heck he's doing. Yeah, you're going to sound like shit then, You don't even know what you're saying. And you're mixing up the scripts and you're leaving voicemails on other people's stuff. You can't do that.
Yeah, you got to get them out of there with that stuff. They got to go.
But then I'm on the other hand, like I said, with the commission-driven people, so, I'm going to have a higher turnover with that. So it's kind of like
it's a double-edged sword.
On the other side of the grass,
They better be closing some deals to be able to get that commission, or they're not going to stick around long. Just letting you know that.
Yeah.
Unless they're really a hustler, and most people aren't hustlers like that. They say, I'm going to figure it out and get to the finish line, but,
And then I know somebody also that was we hired somebody off Upwork, and it was He was from the Philippines and stuff, and within the first week, they caught him like taking pictures of their leads and stuff and sending it to like other investors. Which I don't know how they did that, but like you said, they verified some way, and it went really bad. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's people. Whenever you're dealing with people, be ready for some problems. Whether that's virtually, whether that's in real life, whether that's on the live stream right here. You got people. People got problems. But if you can solve those problems, that's where all the opportunity is.
I like that. Nice.
So don't look at it as a bad thing. Just look at it as a learning experience. You don't have to be afraid of it. Like I say, just go. You have a good process set up to, get your leads in or get your, potential candidates that you want to hire. And we're actually going to have who's coming on next Monday night? Andrea Stakes coming on next Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. She actually specializes in training and keeping VAs and things like that. Definitely want to catch that next Monday night on the 22nd.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
Because everybody wants VAs, but they don't understand it. I had to learn it too. I spent a lot of money learning this stuff. I ain't just learning because, I said, wait a minute, this guy ain't working. Get him off my clock. You got to go. And you're going to kiss a lot of frogs before you find a prince. So don't ever feel bad about it.
And like Yana said yesterday, it's like paying your tuition, right? So in this business, I mean, we test and then, see what works for each company and each person, right?
Yep.
It's different.
So create some videos to train them up and stuff, and you should be good to go. I mean, that's what I say. Create some basic videos. This is how our script works. Send them there and let them watch it and then go through it. So you don't have to spend up your time. Create a training curriculum. Over time, I'm not saying you're going to have 50 videos right out the gate, but I started mine, and I think we got 70-something videos just training stuff internal for the company. And that ain't even all of the stuff. I haven't made videos for everything yet. But
oh yeah, that's nice. So you can just send it over to them.
Exactly.
And you're not training each one like when you're having that turnover, right?
That's right, because time is money. And you don't want to waste your time. You want to set up a good system and work that system.
Yeah, like time is our ultimate asset, right?
That's true.
Time is everything.
Yeah.
I think time is everything.
Buy time when possible.
Yeah, time.
Anybody else have any input in that on this virtual assistant topic here that we're going over?
Who uses one on the call currently?
I have 2 of them. Actually 3.
Okay.
2.5 if that counts.
Awesome.
I'm hiring in the process.
I reached out to you, Chris, about your thoughts earlier this week or whatever it was. So yeah, I'm in the process of getting that going again with somebody I can spend some time with and get them up to speed.
Yeah, the biggest thing is start out with what do you want them to do? I want you to do this, and this. Like you already know, these are the tasks I want done, and fill in the blanks with a person. That's really how you structure it and make it so you're not just, oh, I think I want a VA to call. Well, I think I want them to do this. I want you calling. I want you texting. I want you doing this. I want you doing follow-up and show them how to do all of that stuff you want them to do. Because if they don't know how to do it, who we're going to blame? You. Sure. And you paid for it, like Elliot Davis will tell you.
After all, you paid.
That's right. What's up, Nick?
Nick. How you doing? You're on mute there, buddy.
I don't know if do I have a microphone?
There you go.
Yeah, you hear me? You can?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, good. One thing I'm going to have a VA do is run my CRM and throw all the information and data in it for me. I mean, I'm totally lost with my CRM, but.
What are you using?
I know there's resources to get some, so.
What are you using,
that's
Nick?
what I need. I use RAI Simple.
Oh, okay. I never
It's
heard of it.
FreedomSoft, basically.
Is it FreedomSoft?
Yeah.
Just rebranded.
White label.
Right. Joe McCall. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm supposed to been doing an interview with him. I need to call him back.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Right down the street.
Is he?
Wow. 20 miles, maybe.
You head down that street, you'll eventually get to his house.
Exactly.
So what do you do, Nick?
And I'm just trying to learn the ropes of being a real estate investor, mostly like wholesaling.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want rehabs yet.
Okay. How long have you been, hungry? How long have you been hungry?
Probably about 4 months now, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been 4 months. just before we got shut down with coronavirus, I wanted to, get out to some associations already had meetings and all that, but now I got to do them virtually, and that's one thing. But I think it's easier to, rub some elbows and get there, and here's a card, and
Sure.
talk to people. So
You're old school, Nick. You're old school.
yeah, well, I'm old.
I know.
I still care.
Yeah? Is
I don't.
that's your, no, that's
So I'm not super.
we actually have, we were working on a deal, and our partner, I'm not naming names, saying our partner was so old school, instead of getting the deal done on the phone like we could have, or over the internet and all that, they had them fly in, so they could shake hands in person. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
DocuSign.
No, I know, but there is something said about seeing people in person doing business.
I want to come in and shake his hand.
You have to make it that way.
Well, I'm gonna do virtual. I'm working on that. I like places in Kentucky, and the only thing I need to do is, know the type of people I need to have there. Some realtor maybe, a title company most likely.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody I can get to go look at something and, do things, take pictures for me if I need.
Yeah, boots on the ground kind of thing, huh?
So what are you doing now, Nick, to generate leads? How are you getting new leads?
Well, that's why my CRM and me don't really get along well, so it's kind of been a struggle.
Yeah, because that's very important in this business. Got to get enough leads.
I'm basically paper, writing them down, calling them up. If I send them a letter and I contact them,
What about doing that backwards? What about doing that the other way around? What about calling them first and then if you don't get anybody, then mailing out?
I might do that. Yeah, I like that.
That'll save you about 90% of your budget.
Yeah, like Chris was talking about that a little earlier. I think it was right before you got on, because you send out tons of postcards that don't get even looked at, and somebody whatever. But
It takes 10 seconds to call.
I get 4 different cards. Well, probably every other week I get cards from 4 different people.
Really?
And I just put them in a pile and I use them. I'm going to call them up and say, if I find something, I'll let you know. How's that sound? And they go, yeah.
And I'm sure everybody on the call, or most folks on the call, have had that happen where you mail and mail and mail and mail. You think it's a failure, and then eventually, 6 months, a year down the road, you get a call from error number 1 because mom was keeping those postcards and mom passed away, and I just happened to come and clean her stuff out and saw your postcard, so I thought I'd give you a call. I've had deals like that. So
I have a couple of those that kind of is that same situation. I know it's an elderly person in there, and the kids are sort of, that's been home for who knows how many years, but 88 years old and health is bad, and it's not much longer. They might put them at home even. So yeah.
Yep. That's cool. That's good. That's good.
All right.
So Keith, what have you been working on this week, man?
I've not been working.
No?
Yeah, I have. I've just been calling people, man, trying to do deals, trying to hustle up deals.
What have they been saying? They don't want to sell, or they asking too much? What have they been running into?
It's everything, the usual, everything. Some things look like deals, some don't. Some people are motivated, some aren't. Some people are open to terms, some aren't. Stuff. Nothing exciting this week.
Do you ask them that on the first call, would they be considering terms or something like that?
It just depends on what they got, what the deal is, how the conversation goes. Usually.
We ask every person. Nobody gets through the system without getting asked that question.
Is that right?
Everybody gets asked that question because you don't know what their response is going to be. I never try to assume anything going into any of these conversations or deals. I know nothing. I just know to ask good questions.
The Pope of the mortgage is the only thing you want to assume.
I don't even want to assume that.
Yeah,
I'm going to take that subject too. We don't want to do an assumption.
That's true.
Because I got to qualify for that. And I ain't not qualifying for nobody's loans.
That's true.
But yeah, it's possible, you know. And that's why I say we ask everybody that stuff. Matter of fact, the same questions get asked to anybody who think they want to sell anyway.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps the streamline and keeps the uniformity where it makes it easier to deal with different people. Because we don't know what their personality is going to be like, or you know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
Rosanna, what have you been doing out there in California? Besides playing softball with the kids.
I don't play softball with the kids. I'm not an athlete.
Oh, come on.
Well, now the last thing, currently what I'm working on is I'm trying to, I don't know if I think I mentioned it last time, I'm trying to get a property for a care home. So that's what I'm working on. There's one gentleman that I'm working on. He had both his parents pass away, and he's just got the house that's just sitting. So I've constantly just sent him letters. I put stuff in the drop box, just telling him that, hey, you know, contact me. That's pretty much it. I've been working on this care home. I just completed a course for so that I could be certified, or so that I could run an adult residential care home. The other one I'm certified for is residential for elderly. The other one I just finished was for adult residential. I have to wait till the state opens up because so I can take the state exam. But that's another means of real estate that I'm trying to get into, is where I can build up a staff of providers where they would provide, these are CNAs that would provide daily living assistance for these elderly people, and then own the properties and build a separate business so that they can, these folks can go out and provide assistance to these folks in different locations. So that's my ideal situation. So we're just waiting, and you know, California is difficult. I mean, I think it was this platform where I posted a house that was for 400 and some thousand. Was that you? That was us, right? And you guys saw the carpeting and it actually sold. I think the gentleman purchased it for 420. He's waiting for escrow.
We're gonna see that on a TV show.
Somebody
One of those TV shows.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, but that's it. You know, as soon as you guys get on with these YouTube videos and Zoom videos, I just sit in and listen to everybody's current situations and whatever they're working on to try to get some ideas and everything from everyone else. So
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
yeah, absolutely. I'm actually also, I forgot. So I am working with a couple women who are investing in Detroit. So a couple women who, we had a conference call the other day, but they were actually still working with one of the banks out there in Detroit. The one lady in this group is actually a banker out of the Detroit Land Trust. It's the bank that actually has properties that are either foreclosed, are abandoned, and so I'm trying to set up another conference call with them to see what they're talking about, because apparently they're buying blocks and blocks of properties and land out there in Detroit so that they can rehab and rebuild the community. So that's something I'm working on also, but I'm waiting for more details on that project.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Sounds like wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, and they say that right now Detroit's at the top of the list for, if you look at the scale of the percentage of growth in real estate. They said Detroit's pretty much at the top.
St. Louis at the top.
Okay.
I ain't letting them take that.
Well, hey, that's the numbers they're giving me.
It is St. Louis. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, St. Louis is up there too, but I'm gonna go ahead and start out with Detroit and see what's going on over there.
I was gonna say, it seems like we're always fighting 1-2 with Detroit about some other kind of number too.
Yeah, highest crime.
What is it? A crime?
High crime, yeah.
Hey, we'll take crime and real estate, okay?
I'll take the real estate. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited. It makes me want to think about really leaving California, but I was born and raised out here, so kind of rough to leave. So I figured I'll just invest outside of California for right now, build all that stuff up, and then, go in California after that.
Yeah, like I told Yana last night, I don't know how anybody makes any money buying houses in California. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I ain't never seen it. It ain't worth it to me. I can go buy 40 houses for the same money, or 20 houses for the same money.
I got a story for you about that. So back when I was remodeling houses, I worked for a construction company in Columbia, Missouri. This was 20 years ago. A California state, I don't think it was a state patrolman, he was a sheriff for some county in California, sold his 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in California, moved to Columbia, Missouri, and bought a 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom house on 10 acres.
And still had money left over.
20 years ago.
Retired.
Yeah, he had that house built. It wasn't a house he bought. He had it built.
For the same money.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I guess, it has to be the rehabbers, right? The rehabbers got to be the ones making money in California. Because if you take the formula works no matter where you're at, right? It's market proof.
So you guys know the name Nick Vertucci, right?
Yeah.
He was one of the real estate gurus one of the first ones that I attended, and all he wanted was my money so that he could go out to California and rehab.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he did.
I went to one of his too, but I didn't stay long.
I'm glad I never heard of him. I don't follow a lot of gurus.
He's the ex police officer, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. New York, I think.
Oh, you know what? I did see something on him come up on one of my YouTube videos. Yeah, I did. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I sniffed out that was a scam right away. I'd probably stayed about 20 minutes. That's the math done. Stayed long enough to get my free USB drive with all this stuff on it.
Yeah.
And my free knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff smartwatch. This was way back.
Yeah, California is rough. You really, that concept of you don't have to have money to invest. You got to have it out here.
Yeah, or somebody that does, right? I mean, and if you watch one of those shows, where it's like, oh yeah, we bought a house, for $350,000, and we're going to put $100,000 into it, we're going to sell it for $850,000, or whatever that is, right? Okay, yeah. And we're all said and done, they say, if this sells, or our asking price, we're going to make $50,000. That's a good number here in St. Louis. In California on TV, and people are watching, they're probably like, okay, $50,000, that's not bad. I mean, California, they got to be laughed at.
Yeah, that's landscaping.
Landscaping 50 grand?
Little bit of concrete, landscaping. Yeah, about 50 grand.
I'll just come out there and do the services. Forget this other work. Just service.
Right.
That's where the money's being made at.
Yeah, true. So, well, is there anything else anybody would like to talk about? You got any comments on YouTube or any of the social medias there, Chris? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
I'm trying to eat on the slide on y'all.
I know, man.
Let me see what we got over here.
Matter of fact, I'm going to play with my background for a second. I already found out that Rosanna knows what this is. Chris knows what this is. I don't know if anybody else on the call knows what this is.
Well, what do we got? What is that? Is that the Simpsons on Patrick's? Oh, there's the Mario Brothers. Oh, Family Guy.
That's the Simpsons you got.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, here, because I got that one too. And then here's Family Guy. I got that one too.
Oh, okay. There you go.
They're asking, what is the name of the stimulus setup?
Oh, yeah, what is that?
Who was it on here talking about that earlier?
It was that Doc. It was Doc. He dropped off.
He said, what is the name of the stimulus setup? He said, go see Meet Kevin on YouTube. I don't usually like to give people extra
Right,
time.
yeah, Meet Kevin on YouTube. He said, look at that.
And they'll give you a full breakdown of it. Any other questions, comments, concerns on this stream here? He made a lot of comments, but no other real questions.
It's been a real good one. Especially, people get on at 6 o'clock and it's dinner time and people get hungry. Hey, no, I get it.
I'm not smacking at y'all here, am I? This turkey pie is fire. Nah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
How many of those can you put down in a sitting, Chris? Come on now.
Oh, these are the real ones. This ain't the little cheap one either. This that large, big one. That one that costs like $5 for one.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to look into that one.
It's the good kind. Premium.
I've been known to eat a pot pie or two.
Oh no, I just eat one. I don't be trying to eat too much. I done lay it off.
Right. Oh, I know. They're not good for you. That's for sure. Hey, Patrick posted out the YouTube link. Is that for that stimulus, Patrick? I can't hear you, buddy. You're muted.
YouTube Watch. Yeah, he put the link down here.
Free $1,000 to $10,000 stimulus checks from EIDL grants.
Okay.
That was about 9 hours ago.
Yeah, that's the one he talking about. But it's a lot of things. They do get them anything, but that was amazing to hear that they're doing it like the next day. They'll give $1,000 to anybody. What are you gonna do with that $1,000?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I may tell us a tender to go out there and apply for it.
Exactly.
Make sure they got some money for the next month or two. Because you have a rebound.
Something. Who is that? No, not no Dallas Cowboys.
Somebody said that? Oh no. Hey, that is America's team.
They don't got no real players. They all look the same.
Hey, we got St. Louis' own Ezekiel Elliott.
That's true.
He just tested positive earlier for COVID.
This is the last time Dallas been to the playoffs.
Hey, now that's just a couple years ago.
Oh my God.
Speaking of extra year,
A couple years, like a century ago.
hey, that's when they won the Super Bowl.
And all these Louis, the Dallas Cowboy fans here. Tell you.
Wait a minute, you over there eating too, Adrian? Oh no, let me find out.
Hey, you made my first meal since this morning, since we spoke.
I know that's right. So any other closing statements anybody got before we get up out of here and do some more woke stuff?
The Chiefs, there you go.
Change my hat for you.
Somebody's got, oh, jeez.
I can go with the Chiefs. Down the street from us, yeah, I can go with the Chiefs.
Which, by the way, Dallas gave you that team. Yeah. Anybody got anything else? Everybody good? In 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we're going to do this again. Same time, 6 p.m. I'll shoot out. Again, if you comment, your email address, I'll make sure you get an email invite. I'll go ahead with your phone. Obviously, your name too. Don't just put your phone number and email. That wouldn't be good. Give me this. Your phone.
Somebody.
Right.
Yep.
But otherwise, I don't know if you got something else. Chris, got anything else?
All is well. Anybody want to connect with me? I'm easy to find. Chris at wokerealestates.com. That's my email. Chris at wokerealestates.com. Like to partner deals, JV deals, whatever you got. If it's really something there, we can figure it out. Right. We can turn water into wine. No.
Jesus Monroe?
Right, or something. All right, family. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Chris.
All right, you're welcome.
Everybody else, yeah, appreciate that.
Peace.
Sorry I was late.
Sorry, Nick, you were here.
I had trouble getting my Zoom to work, so.
Peace. In the Middle East. They gone. Send them on home. Let me turn my camera on. So don't forget, this next Monday night, we're going to be on with Andrea Stakes talking about that virtual assistants. Make sure you tune in for that. Subscribe to this channel. Like I said, if you want to invest, email me, Chris at wokerealestates.com. Sell me a house. Invest. Connect. But, that's only if you're really doing business. That's for business. Now, if you're just shooting the breeze, hit me on social media. All social media at Chris Monroe STL. That's Snapchat, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, and YouTube. Don't forget the YouTube channel with over 200 free real estate training videos. Chris Monroe STL on all social media outlets. This video is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com, your #1 source for all of your skip tracing needs. Don't forget to follow there, and let's see what else we got. I think that's all we got for you. So, do what you do, be who you be, And I'll see you before you see me. Peace.
And we out. And we out. And we out. Mr. I stay. Whoa, 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 whoa. And Mr. I stay.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com.